Hello. I think I should be all good to go. Also, the cat's here. Hello, kitty. Hello. Hello. Oh. Sorry, the cat just walked in. Very cute. She's meowing. I don't know if it picked up on the mic or not. I swear she's real. I'm not just like hallucinating a cat here. There is a cat. Hello, kitty. Oh. She's messing with the levers on my chair. This might be problematic. Oh no. Careful. Careful, kitty. Oh. Alright, I think she's calming down a bit now. She's just kind of being all snuggly. Apparently. Alright, sorry, the objective of today was not cat, for the record. Hello, we are here to do game dev. I guess to give a small status update on where the game is currently at, overall, here we go. I will wait for this to actually, like, show up. Okay. Yeah, so, like, last time we worked on ammo and, like, magazine-related stuff. I did, like, change it very slightly so that it also gets, like, a little bit of rotation when you eject the mag. So if I do this and then put this into frame advance for a second, you'll see... Oh. Well, hang on. That is actually kind of an issue. I'm now realizing. This doesn't work correctly with frame advance. Uh-oh. That's kind of a problem. Hang on. Why would that be an issue? I thought it should be using the same... Oh, okay, I straight up missed delta time. Okay. Hang on. Easy fix. Okay, well... Good news, we've already fixed a bug. Also, I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. Okay. Well... Ergo, we will do it once more with gusto. Okay, so you'll see if I frame advance it to this point, where the mag gets ejected, you'll see it actually rotates a little bit. Yeah. It looks a bit jittery, like, when you do it in frame advance, but it looks a lot better in real time. Yeah, it gets like a small random amount of rotation. Or sometimes not at all. That time it didn't really do much. I think it's from like 0 to 3 degrees per frame or something like that. Yeah, so that one's spinning much more noticeably. Yeah, once again, it looks kind of odd when you frame advance it, but in practice it looks fine. Because, like, it's literally just, like, sub-pixel kind of stuff. It's, like, the issue. I might need to actually, like, crank down the... or crank up the deceleration of the spin, I'm realizing. Because it doesn't have that much speed, so it's, like, kind of... Sometimes it'll keep rotating. Even when it's not meant to be yet. Or when it shouldn't be anymore, I mean. Like, let's kind of look at this. It has 3 speed, 3 frames. And then... Let's see. Ah, so it goes from, like, that. Okay. And the other problem is that it's like -20. Interesting. So, like, we can only have it spinning for a maximum of 30 frames is the problem. Roughly. Maximum of 30 frames, huh? We could just have it be partially affected by this. I'm like trying to think of how I would do this. I mean, we could honestly just take like the exact spin speed and then just divide it by 30. Something like that. Let's see how that looks. So it'll always be exactly 30 frames of spin. See this. Yeah, like that looks fine. There we go. That actually looks fine, I'm realizing. Okay. Well, we solved that issue. That wasn't even what we were here to do today, for the record. I'm also realizing I didn't actually showcase the game properly there, so bear with me for a second. I will run this one more time before we actually work on what we're planning to work on today. So, like, to show a bit more of an example of what I've been working on, I did add a mechanic to both, like, this ballistic gel as well as, like, the doors to do with, like, how they actually calculate your bullet speed through them and all that. I don't know how obvious it'll be here, but like, basically, there's now, like, an entry difficulty into objects. Like, it's a penetration value, where, like, bullets will lose, like, just a flat amount of speed upon entering a door or this. And I call it, like, I believe I called it a soft body. A semi-solid, actually. No, I called it a semi-solid. So things that shouldn't just delete the bullets, like where bullets should have some amount of, like, travel through them, yeah, those are semi-solids, and now they have, like, a penetration hardness, and, like, a general material hardness, too. So, like, doors have kind of a very, like, a very defined hardness to them. I don't know how obvious it'll be here, but if I do like this, they're traveling at about 3 pixels per second. And you can definitely see them, like, noticeably slow down. Especially if you get to, like, these slower bullets. Yeah. Like, you can see, it might be easier to notice if you focus on the trail specifically. Well, okay, the door's dead now. Hang on. If we reset, and then maybe we fire from, like, back here, too. But yeah, you'll see on the first penetration of a door, which is about to happen, it's gonna shrink the trail quite a lot. And then, especially on the second penetration, like, yeah, it really starts to, like, tank them. And, like, that bullet even just straight up disappeared into the door. because, like, its speed was lower than the penetration value, and so it just disappeared. So yeah, now semi-solids actually work somewhat correctly. I also finished. I fixed the crash that was happening too. It turns out it was literally just because I was like deleting the collision list too early. Because what would happen is that because there's like sub-steps in the collision event for bullets to make them work at like all frame rates, it created an issue where the bullet would delete itself in the middle of the sub-step, and then it would run the delete event, which gets rid of the list, and then because that list doesn't exist anymore, that is what would crash the game. So last time you would have seen that I was shooting them at kind of like a corner, and that was causing that issue. That is no longer an issue. I can shoot the corner as much as I want, and there will be no crash. So, yeah, game progress is going smoothly, sort of. Yeah. What we're really here for today is I have a new door graphic I want to actually put in. And a new, like, door being destroyed animation, too. So, that's something I was working on off-stream, but still need to, like, put in. I'm gonna create a group here. Just really quick. Animated. No, not as a subcategory of that. Up here. But yeah, we have a bunch of animations we actually kind of need to do. It's a little odd. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how I want to do this, because it's gonna have to be like a bunch of separate sprites. Is the problem. Door. So basically it's gonna have to be like top left, for example. So door break TL is gonna be, import this, hang on. Yeah, so I named them as TL. So basically there's various degrees of like each broken door piece. Not an undoable action. Yeah, so you'll see currently it's very fast. Let's put the preview FPS like quite a bit slower. Yeah, so you'll see so like to start off with it'd just be like the top-down door graphic, but then it gets to like this kind of like tilted broken door graphic. Now, the tricky thing is that in order to keep the depth working correctly, I actually, you'll notice that in these frames, there's no, like, underside to the door. That's because I actually have to put in the underside different, like, separately, because otherwise things won't layer correctly. Which is really tricky. And it's for that reason that I actually have, like, a separate sprite sheet. Well, not sprite sheet. A separate, like, sprite export for, like, all of these. For all the different parts that needs to be. And what's gonna be tricky is actually making them, like, sync up well. Door break TL U, and the U is for under. So yeah, we have this. So yeah, this is the underside of this. So you can see before where there was not like a thing here, that is what this is. This like little tetrameter piece here is meant to slot into here and be rendered under the door. So it's gonna be pretty involved getting this all to work. But I already have started setting up a system to hopefully be able to do that, like, somewhat efficiently. Top right, this is gonna be. Import. Do this. Yep, that's all correct. Hee hee ha ha, the caption. Welcome in, Susie. I hope you're well. Yeah, thanks. I really tried. I put my full brain power into it. Yeah, I hope you're well, though. We're gonna put in door break, top right under. Big brain power, you're good? Good to hear, good to hear. Yeah. Let's see, I need to import this other thing now. So yeah, this is the underside of this door. So yeah, that's like where that like little bit of depth will show up. Okay. And then with that, I think all we need now is the bottom of the door. Hang on. Door break bottom. I'll just call it door break B, actually. Damn it, I always do that. Even though I'm not meant to. And yeah, this one doesn't have an underside. Because it doesn't need one. Because it's going to be rendered onto them all anyway. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and the other thing I should point out about this is like, this like underside falls forward while the rest of them fall backwards. To sort of emulate that the door is like splitting in half. So, oh, kind of cool. I spent a lot of hours trying to get this animation to look like kind of right. It's just that implementing it is going to be kind of a pain. Let's see. So, RBJ animated. Oh, not RBJ animated. RBJ particle is where we're gonna kind of set up more of this. To try and, like, hopefully work correctly. Okay. Oh yeah, another thing. I'm not gonna set up any of, like, the alignment yet. Because that's gonna be another kind of tricky thing to do. So we're gonna wait on that for a little bit. So yeah, I'm trying to think of like where I should put this to get this to work the best. I think it might need to go in bullet, ironically enough, which like that's very sloppy, but we're just gonna do it like that for now. Yeah, so like I'm gonna explicitly comment to myself that this is temporary unoptimized. We're gonna put it in here just because, like, it's easy to do that for the sake of initial implementation, and then we'll move this to somewhere more optimized later. Now we might have to give it, like, the same alignment as this, which is, like, 5 from the bottom, I think? I'm now realizing, in order to get this to work correctly. Hang on. Hang on. Do custom, move this. Needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So they all need to be at 145, I guess. That's what we're going to start it at. Just so that initially it's easy to figure out where they're all aligned. Later I'm gonna have to, like, get these back onto, like, the center of each piece so that we can actually, like, rotate them and stuff. But for now, we'll just keep them at 145. Oh. We just keep them all the same, all easily aligned. Okay. Make sure that we save that. I'm also realizing, hang on, I should quickly push push the fixes to the magazine. Fixed particle spin, revised, mag spin, also inserted door graphics. Okay, sorry. I was making sure I saved the good work we've done so far. It's a bit of a problem. The Git UI that I'm using is not working right now. I'm gonna have to, like, restart this and hope that it works. Hang on. Push? Okay, there we go. Okay, no worries. I fixed it. I fixed it by simply rebooting it. The lowest effort fix. So yeah, now we should be able to just spawn... Okay, we can't quite spawn them yet. I did just realize we need to very quickly actually make this a child of OBJ animated. And then we need to inherit this. Okay. I think this is correct. So this has, like, a whole animation system that I, like, kind of manually programmed into it. I'm not gonna do that for the door. I think the door we just have, like, a very simple system, because we don't need it to do multiple animations, so it doesn't really need, like, a proper animation controller of any kind. So, just don't bother. Why is this like this? Oh, I guess because this runs, like, the animations. Okay. Yeah, the long and short is that means we have to inherit here and in the step event. So, one moment. Event inherited. Okay. save that. And then I think here it should be the same thing. Oh, not what I meant to do. I just want to see, like... This already gets delta time, so it feels a little inefficient, but... I mean... What are you gonna do, right? I don't think there's much I can do to solve that. I think this is fine. Now, hopefully if we run this real quick, like, it'll actually still work for the magazine. I don't think this will fuck anything up with, like, the mags. Yeah, okay. Now, existing mag particle is fine. All good, then. But yeah, the animation that we're putting in is gonna replace, like, this little... little door on the ground frame, which currently just happens instantly and looks kind of goofy. I'm also realizing now it is kind of weird that you can, like, shoot this as many times as you want and it doesn't ever die. I don't know. I'll fix that another time. Let me note that down real quick. I'm realizing how odd that looks, but I don't want to walk on it right now, so... One moment. Let me... mess with this. Breakable opened doors. Okay. Yeah, that'll have to be something I work on a little later. For now, we are going to go back to bullet. Just to once again do this initial implementation. So we'll do instance create depth. And it's going to be underscore obj.x or obj.y. And it's going to be obj.depth. It's going to be obj particle. But then we're going to have to assign a variable to this. Okay, hang on. Door broken. So then we would just assign some universal things. So we do .o animated image speed equals what? We'd have to run this as well in each of them. Oh? The music hits? Yeah, I'm a big fan of the metal music. Yeah, welcome in. Hope you're well. I'm just kind of looking at this. I think this is fine. The only problem is I think we'd have to run this on like every one somehow. What OS is this? You're confused as fuck. This is Game Maker. I'm not really sure what you mean by OS, but it's like a game development thing. Yeah, right now we're just trying to implement like a proper like door breaking animation. Let's go back here. Speed equals... OS like Okay, well this is on Windows, yeah. It's Windows and we're running Game Maker. So... yeah, I am unfortunately a Windows user. Though I have been thinking of switching to Linux. Like, I don't know, Windows has kind of lost me. If I'm being, like, completely honest. As they have many people. For being, like, perfectly real here. Yeah, it's cooked, yep. Indeed. People stick for playing games. The thing I've heard, though, is, like, even then, like, you can't supposedly just run, like, I think it's called, like, Wine or something. That's, like, a Windows emulator you can get for Linux to run anything that's, like, Windows only. So... yeah, I'm not a big Microsoft fan in current times. As with many people. And let's just very quickly try this. Oh, animated set all. Did I try game dev with Unity? I did. I actually did it in university too. I wasn't a fan of how they had that whole drama with like the pay per install thing. I know that they've kind of moved past that, but then now they're like pushing a bunch of like AI shit too. So I don't know. Unity's powerful, but I'm not a big fan of their management. Then Godot I just kind of suck at, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna quickly test this. Just to see if this works at all. Ugh. Okay, so it does create the sprite. It just doesn't quite look right yet. Let's see. So we need to correct its speed too because it's a particle. Part speed equals 0. Should be correct. Okay. So yeah, now if we go in here and shoot this... Okay, so it does break, it just doesn't actually stop the animation properly. And I think it is being correctly affected by animation speed, too. Yeah, so that's about 10 frames per frame of animation. If I put it in frame advance, that is. Yeah. That seems about right. Now what's tough about this is actually switching out each sprite. It's like there are many parts of this. The other thing too is like... If we go to, where is it? It's down here. OBJ animated. Is there any way that I've implemented where you could, like, get this to end completely? Apparently not. I do wonder if I could maybe... If I could sneak it in here. Otherwise, let's just assume we want the animation to end anyway. So we just do O animated image speed equals 0, I guess. And then we'll just see what happens if we set the end image to... I guess it would be image 3 of each of these. Yeah, we'll try that. And hopefully that'll just kind of work. And it won't break any of the other shit in my game. Surely. Hang on. Image equals 3. There we go. Alright, let's see if this breaks shit. It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. So, let's see. Parry still works correctly. That's kind of a good sign, that it doesn't break animations. Okay, that, like, almost worked. It's just, like, kind of... one too late, apparently. Which I don't know why that would be. Okay, hang on. I have a desktop alarm that's annoying me. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, so that works, although I shouldn't need to do that to get that to work, is the problem. So that is a little concerning. Hmm. I was trying to think of, like, why it would work like that. Doesn't really make sense. I mean, we could maybe make this a little different. Maybe we will have to just use the animation system that I already have implemented. Hang on. So, in that case, what we'd have to do is... we'd have to do an OBJ add animation. But then the problem is, like, this is kind of hard to instantiate from particle itself. We'd maybe have to make, like, a special child of particle just for, like, the door. So, I don't know. I'd like to avoid doing that if possible. I don't really know what else I'd do. This is kind of hard. I guess I'll just have to work with it. Like, for example, this has... yeah, neutral. This. We'll just do this, I guess. I don't know if you can run scripts from this very easily. And then I guess, like, here you'd need to do... play animation as well. Yeah. I don't know, it's just kind of odd. We'll make, like, a special offshoot of this just for... just for doors. Door particle. Actually, hang on, this shouldn't be like that. We should do this, delete, delete. Although we should have its own create event. But then, like, it would already have to have its, like, stuff defined anyway. So, like, that's still kind of a problem. I don't know, hang on. Let me try something else here. If we go back to here, we could just try dynamically adding it. We could do... We could do this as neutral. And then... this would be like fall. The SBR... SBR door break. We could just comment this out temporarily. The problem with this is that this is gonna kind of break at scale. Like, I think we could technically get this to work with one of the particles, but it wouldn't work with all of them. Like one of the door pieces. Like, we couldn't do all three at the same time, which is kind of odd. Door break TL. End image is 3. Speed would be this. We could just get rid of this too. Animated play animation. Fall, and then it returns to neutral. Maybe. I think that could maybe work. We'll see. Moment of truth once the capture starts working. Okay, so that does actually work. Man, I'm surprised that my animation system, my kind of like hacky animation system actually is like working somewhat correctly for this use case. Maybe I'm not washed after all. Maybe I'm kind of sick with it. Now the other thing is we'd need to set the rotation. Image angle equals obj image angle. There is kind of another problem here too, which is that sometimes doors are gonna fall the wrong way. I'm not exactly sure what to do about that yet, to be honest. I guess we'd have to just, like, horizontally flip it or something. Like, assuming that we only smash it from this angle, that's fine. I don't know, I'll figure out some of this, like, janky stuff later. For now, I'm glad that it's just kind of working. Like, there's a semblance of this actually functioning correctly. Ugh. It's like, here's the problem, right? I'm gonna take all of this out since that's no longer required. Is that we need to repeat this like 4 more times. Like, even like almost 3 more times we would need to repeat this. Or at least 2 more times. But you know, like 3 times all up. I don't know, I'm kind of brain dumping here. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense in general. I'm just trying to like think through what I should do about this issue. Like, we definitely need some, like, iterator. But I'm already using I. Is the problem. We'll call this I-door. I-door. And then VOD door broken equals -1. And then we'd repeat this at least 3 times. The problem is I don't know how well this actually works. Because, like, I know that in Game Maker 1 at least, putting a with statement in repeat doesn't really work. I'm gonna quickly Google if that's, like, fixed in Game Maker 2. Using with inside a for loop. So I'm not seeing anything in particular saying you can't do that, so maybe it is fixed? That would be big if true. And then we could do door broken dot sprite index. And it actually, I think it would have to be like animated sprite equals this. And then it'd have to refer to its own animated sprite for each thing. And then here's where it gets a bit tricky. We now need to do iDoor ++ so that it actually like iterates correctly. Then what we'd have to do is put this in a switch statement. Switch iDoor. And then we'd have to have this change its sprite correctly on a case-by-case basis. It's the long and short of this. so... yeah, this would be case 0. Do this, and then break. Do case 1. Then we do case 2. We still need to break, though. So this would be top right, and then this would be bottom. We're not going to worry about the in-betweeny sections yet, because that's going to be a bit trickier. I just want to see if we can get all 3, like, major segments of the door to show up yet. Alright. See if this works. I would honestly be impressed but very happy if it does. Okay, it does work, kinda. Even though it looks kinda jank. It looks kinda jank because we haven't added any speed to it yet when it breaks. So that's fine. We can work with that. Also, the animation speed is a little slower, but that's easy to fix. You can just crank it up a little. Yeah, so now it actually breaks a lot quicker. Like, it caves in. Like you would expect. Okay. We're gonna have ads in a second as well, so like I'm gonna try and kind of think through how to do this. I mean, I could just continue coding. It is like, this isn't the most entertaining thing in the world anyway. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm noticing a pretty big problem here, which I'll talk about in a second. Yeah, I'm not exactly, like, super sure how to solve this issue, if I'm being honest. Okay, sorry, I'm I'm kind of dissociating because like I'm very stumped by how to implement this. Because the problem is that if we're iterating through a loop like this, in order to connect the two objects, we would need to have like an explicit reference between them. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, I have an idea. Door TLU and then door TRU. True. Perhaps. And then we'd have to repeat this by 5. And then what we'd have to do is do another few cases. And this would have to be TL, TR. This would be TLU, this would be TRU. And then we'd have to do TLU equals score door broken. This is the right, so top left pieces underside. And then we would do TRU. This is the top right pieces underside. And then we'd also have to do depth plus equals a small amount. Depth equals or plus equals 0.1. And you know what? I'm actually gonna put TL here, TR here, and then bottom here. Just to have this a bit more organized. And then we'd have to do door broken dot connected to equals. Wait. Did I fuck this up? I might have gotten lost in the sauce. Set this to an instance to make it follow this instance's movement. Okay, so no, I think that's correct then. I might need to, like, make this a bit clearer. Connected to this, we'll call it. Connected to this, connected to this. Okay. Yeah, just for the sake of clarity, I'm gonna rename that. This. So then, door TLU should be connected to this. And we'll do the same thing here. Now, right now, this isn't going to make too much of a difference. But we'll see once we actually like set this all up correctly if this works. Yeah, so right now it's still just the same collapsing animation. And once again, I am aware that, like, it doesn't fold in from the correct direction if you shoot it from the outside. That's mostly because the way I currently have it set up is meant to be that you would, like, knock them down to get that animation. Or it would be both, but, like, obviously for your bullets, it would have to kind of depend on the direction that you're hitting it from. Now, there is another problem where the bullets are not layered correctly, but I think I'm gonna handle that later. I can't care enough to fix that right now. Let me add that to my sheet. Door layering issue. Should only take, like, not even 30 minutes, hopefully. And now if we give this some directional speed, we might be in business. And, like, we'd be able to much easier see if this is working correctly. So let's just give this part, like, a shit ton of speed for no reason. Maybe not a shit ton, maybe just, like, enough to see that it's working. And if all goes according to plan, the underside of the door should follow it well enough to give the illusion of depth. Actually, no, that's being given to the underside. Whoopsies. It should be here instead. Let's crank this up to, like, 4 as well. Just to, like, really set it in. The other thing is this does need to be direction corrected as well. Door broken pot direction equals... Actually, hang on, we need to do this after. Hang on. Hang on. I've incorrectly indented this. Ooh, God. The worst. The worst to ever do it. That's the Raz way. That's how I program. Alright. So if all goes according to plan, the door should absolutely fly. Okay, the direction is not set up correctly, apparently. Why would that be? It's like off by 90 degrees. I guess that makes sense. Because that's how I have the door sprite orientated. It should actually be like minus 90, I think. Actually, no, it would be plus 90. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. There it flew. You can see it. Now, it does make it kind of hard to see the other part of it. But we can frame advance. This is why I implemented this feature, is to check, like, weird animation-dependent stuff like this. Okay, why isn't it rotating correctly now? Or actually, sorry, why is it ignoring... I don't know why the animation speed was ignoring that for a second. Hang on. That's another issue I would have to fix, but... yeah, that's really odd that it just doesn't work there, but... I don't know, I guess that's probably just because I'm playing an animation while... like, I'm starting an animation while delta time is already done. I think that's the problem. Hang on. But it's kind of weird because it, like, instantly flickers to the last image. Which is odd. I'm not really sure why that would happen, but I'm gonna have to list that down as another bug. Animation jank during frame advance. Oh, man. Okay. Really piling up the work now. So if I run this again, we'll just ignore that that bug exists for now, and I'll fix it off stream. That's gonna be a pain. I don't really want to do the painful stuff on stream, because then it's not fun to watch. That wasn't quite right. So, like, why does that only seem to happen sometimes? The other problem is that the bullets are still, like, obscuring it. Hang on. This is gonna be really annoying to actually get working. Greetings, hello, Lemon. Okay, so it is working. It's following it correctly. Okay, that's good. Add a Raz boss, where it's just every Souls boss moveset, but having one move. What? Welcome in, Crab. Here with the odd commentary, as usual. Hope you're well, though. Anyway, I'm glad this is working, at least. Somewhat. Even though it sometimes does it from the wrong direction. It also doesn't quite look right yet, and has frame advance issues. We can sort that out later. Why is the sulfur cube there? That is meant to be ballistic gel, but just kind of like a very placeholdery sprite for it because it's not actually meant to be in the final game at all. This basically just exists to... Oh, my camera has disabled itself. One moment. I'll continue explaining though. Basically, it's there to test like the physics of like bullet penetration. So, okay, now that I'm fixed, I can quickly run this and show you. So yeah, this is the sulfur cube, quote unquote. And yeah, if you shoot into it, it does like give a lot more resistance than like just air. So you can see like in air, the shots just fly all the way. Like even the slowest shots still make it, like off the screen. If I shoot it into this, they start to dissipate a lot more. Yeah, it's literally just like material hardness sort of stuff. And like doors, they also give a bit of resistance. It's a little harder to notice just because they're so small. But yeah, you'll see that like some of them dissipated pretty quickly. Wallbang? Not sure what you mean by that. I don't think so. I don't think there's anything like that yet. Like shoot through walls, no. Well, at least not with like this. Because like these walls are meant to be stone. But I do plan for that to be like shootable walls later. Like shoot throughable walls. I think that could be like a cool thing. And like obviously with this being like very Hotline Miami inspired, there's obviously gonna be like glass and stuff as well for you to like shoot through. So that's the plan at least. Yeah, right now I want to finish getting this working a little bit. Jinx NPC, where if you talk to the NPC, they follow you with their yaws getting louder every 2 seconds. Hold on, it might be peak. I don't know. Don't count on it. Don't count on it. Hey, for now, I almost feel like this is, like, good for one game dev stream. And we could, like, go do something else, but... I don't know. It's hard because my attention span is terrible. So, like, I could continue working on this and, like, refining it, but... I don't know, especially on stream, that's kind of hard to do. Also, VTube Studio keeps breaking for some reason. I'm now frozen again. Well, this is a problem. It's not starting at all. I could try replugging my camera, or... if that doesn't work, I might just have to go Fumo mode. Okay. I replugged it and it works for now. If it, like, shits itself again, I'm gonna have to go Fumo mode. Permanent Fumo mode. Would be unfortunate, but it happens. I want to make this maybe like a random range between like 1.5 and 2.5. Whoops. Didn't mean to cut that. Then that'll already make it look a bit better. Well, not maybe necessarily better. It still looks kind of jank. I think I'd have to like tone down the acceleration maybe. Or the deceleration, more accurately. I also think part of it is that the bottom of the door isn't moving yet, though. So the bottom of the door wouldn't be as fast, since it's immediately grounded, but it still needs to move a little bit. Maybe this sort of a thing. Then we'd also have to give it a bit of spin. Yeah, so like that's kind of good. Obviously, like the bullet layering is still not quite right yet. Like it still needs to rotate the right way. Like if you shoot at it, like going from like outside in. It's really not that bad though. It's a good start. Maybe it's not enough yet. Hang on this. Need to give it like a little bit more. I'll have it be between like 1 and 1.5. Because like 0.5 seems to be too much of a lure ball for that. And then we're gonna have to give it a bit of random rotation too. I need to quickly copy and paste this to see like how to do that. Like how do I implement that for the mags? Okay, so it's this. I mean, for now I'm just gonna copy and paste this, although I should try and put this all in like its own script at some point. Just to like easily set some of its like particle parameters a bit easier. Worry about that later though. That's a future Raz problem. Now the top left should be... It should be rotating anti-clockwise, which means it needs to be a positive rotation. Okay, so we'll do between like 1 and 3. We'll do this. So I think that's fine. And we'd have to do like divided by 30 might be fine. Well, it's 5 frames per stage, so it'd probably be better to be like 15. That. This is like very inefficient once again, but we'll worry about that later. Once again, future Raz problem. And then this can either just be like... We'll give it a rotation between 1.5 and... like negative 1.5 and positive 1.5. So like the bottom door part will like rotate either way. And the others will kind of rotate away from the area of impact, if that makes sense. Ooh. That's a little too much rotation for my liking. Let's adjust that. We'll have to put this between like 0.5 and negative 2. Then 0.5 and 2 on that. Then here we'll probably just put it at a random range between 0.5 or negative 0.5 and positive 0.5. Why not? Just making like slight tiny adjustments until it looks a bit more right. So you can see it kind of like rotates away. Okay, that's nice. Progress, indeed. Good progress. Those are some pretty alright broken doors. Now obviously it's still not layered correctly in a bunch of ways. Like, that's fine. Yeah, the door's adoring. This is true. Yeah, I'll fix the layer issues later. Once again, it is kind of getting to that point in, like, my coding streams where I start to lose my attention span for it. Like, this is about the time where I would take a break. In which case, I am potentially feeling some nightreign. As long as you don't clip through walls, I call it done. That's a good point. I think it does, like, clip through walls a little bit right now, but... yeah, like, that's another thing I can kind of maybe try and fix later. I don't know. I'm just glad that they're kind of walking. We don't talk about the features. Those are little surprises. True. Yeah, I don't know. Layering in Game Maker 2 is kind of weird, because we have like a bunch of different depths that we're working with. Let me actually see, like, what depth do I put the bullets at? I could maybe see if I can quickly fix this. It's like, if I go to Everyday Player... I think it's a very unoptimized script up here, yeah. So it's depth plus 0.1 also. Whenever I hear that I can fix this quickly, surely you get flashbacks. That's very true. It never really is a quick fix, is it? It's always just like another rabbit hole to go down. I think that's part of the reason why nowadays I'm like so cautious of like starting new problems, and why I'll sometimes go for like an hour and a half and just be like, that's all I'm doing today. Because if I start anything else, I know it's gonna be like another 2-hour rabbit hole. Potentially. Yeah. It can be tricky for sure. Well, that said, I believe these are all being drawn to like the same layer. Let me check this. Oh. So that's kind of an issue with this, with the way I program this. We should be using instance create layer instead. And then like setting the depth from there. So it does turn out this would in fact be like kind of a larger rabbit hole. So I'm just gonna note that down in my bugs tracker, and then we're just gonna move on. Hang on. Would I do this? You can hit instance create layer. To do, yeah, mate, this isn't right. Pretty much, yeah. I try and be a bit more concise than that, but... Yeah, now game time, indeed. I kind of wish I had something to do other than nightreign, but, like, that's kind of just what I do nowadays. I don't know. I feel bad because, like, in a weird way, I understand that maybe nightreign is not everyone's cup of tea. Like, I don't want it to be the only thing I ever do, but I also don't have anything I particularly want to do right now. Like, I was thinking of maybe starting Half-Life soon, but I haven't started that yet, and, like, I don't have it installed. Because, like, just as I had never played Portal, I've never played the Half-Life games. Oddly enough. I know. I'm a fake gamer for that one. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Okay, sorry, I was checking Discord for a second. It's all good. You always just say play the games you want to, chat will come and go eventually. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I try to think about it. I mean, for what it's worth, like... I will say, even though it's kind of my fear that people are getting tired of nightreign and don't want to watch it, funny enough, I have seen that people do stick around for it, or like even like filter in during it. So like, I don't know. Like, I feel like anyone else would be getting tired of it by now, but like, I don't know, some of y'all don't seem to mind. I appreciate that. Sorry that it's like... Sorry that I'd hyperfixate on the game. I know it's kind of silly of me. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just a very good comfort game for me. Yeah. With that said, we are gonna switch over to it now. Alright, alright, alright. It's time. I don't even know what to title this. Rain rot. There we go. I thought of a witty title. Awesome. You're just grinding NTE as of late. Fair enough. Oh dear. I feel bad because I kind of got into a bit of a rant about this on someone else's stream earlier. I am, like, a bit sad that NTE is using, like, a lot of AI. That is understating it. I've never played the game, to be fair, but, like, I don't know. I'm a little sad about that. For the dumb ads, yeah, like the billboards and stuff. I don't know. It just sucks. They could totally, like, pay people to do it, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into that rant. So here's, like, the thing too, right? Like, part of the reason it makes me so sad is I always feel like I have to be, like, the killjoy who, like, tells people that, like, a game has, like, a big AI presence. I hate having to be that guy, if that makes sense. I feel so bad. I don't want to ruin people's fun. But, like, simultaneously, I want people to be aware of, like, you know, what they're playing if they're unaware. It's like, that's really all. I don't know. Silly. Just ignoring that finale, I've hope for the combat and silliness. It was grinding and messing with configurations. Yeah, that's all good. And, like, I've told this to other people too, but I wouldn't even, like, mind people playing it if they just play it, like, free to play. Like, at that point, I could hardly even care, to be honest. I forgot I changed my name to that. God damn it. Totally FTP over here. Sus. Good name in it. It is. Oh god. I was fumbling in this game yesterday, so I thought, like, I need to, like, change my name to something really stupid. So that at least if I fail, like, it'll be kind of funny. Yeah. I don't know. Sorry for kind of going on the AI tangent again. After already kind of going on that tangent. On someone else's stream and their DMs. I don't know. My heart is sad. I do hope that if people are to continue playing the game, I would hope that they at least, like, try to replace some of the AI stuff eventually. Like, I don't know. It's just a bummer. Yoruba doesn't get worse? Yeah, exactly. Like, I do sincerely hope it kind of goes in the right direction. Just random ads on some monitors, it's okay, I guess. I mean, I've seen counter evidence, but, you know, one way or another, once again, I'm not gonna get, like, super deep into it again. I hope you're enjoying it. It's more so that, like, I just personally don't plan to really play it. Whoa, what the hell is happening? Okay, he ulted. It's good. That was weird, yeah. The way the shoe is just kind of, like, jittering. It seems you're experiencing a little bit of lag. It is what it is, though. Whoop. Not quite. Skill attack power, I will take that. Do we have anywhere to go? I think we should probably go, like, down here. We could also quickly do the boss of this place. Lightning attack power. I don't think we really need that. We'll, like, quickly go down here. Try to, like, route this in a kind of sensible way. Whee! Oh my god! The Dragonkin soldier. I am out of Horfrost Stomp. It's kind of an issue. Ow. I think he got both of us with that. To be honest. Enemy felled. Oh, he did the underneath boss. You know what? Fair enough. Or maybe I should, like, switch to this. This will probably do, like, a tiny bit more damage. Oh shit, he's actually doing a lot of damage with the god counters. Oopsies. That's pretty sick. Okay, hang on. Spending a long time at this, which I don't feel super great about, but I kind of wish I had gotten off, like that first frostbite. We seem good now, though. Alright. Thankfully the first ring is still closing, so we've got plenty of time left. Not really go. Okay. We can kill this boss real quick. This one is a little difficult, but not too tanky. Oh shit, this is perfect. Ooh. Going off to me for a second. There we go. Alright, you know what? We should be... I did not mean to do that. That was silly. It's gonna try and hit it with the club. Give me resistances. Always nice. Add pest threads on this. Oh, no, it's Shatterbait. My bad. And now we just go this way. Makes sense. I'm a bit suspicious of what's going on at the top. I think we might have giants as our unique enemies. is a little troublesome, but not the end of the world. There we go. Easy. Give me this. Ooh, thank you. Much appreciated. Let me switch that in. Okay, our build is already, like, very good. Give me max FP, please. Oh, okay. Never mind, it's not giants, it was this guy. Ow. Yeah, run seems very hurtful. Indeed. Oh god. There's a lot of people here. A lot of dudes. Whoa! I mean, I guess I'm not gonna get that because the other boost is pretty good. We both already have the optimal weapon art, but like, damn. Not often you get two good weapon arts in one run. I just want to get rid of the enemies here, to be honest. Oh my god. Just like a constant WWE SmackDown over here. Alright. We're good, we're good. Give me resistances. Sure thing. I need to make sure I check the shop, too. Shop could have some good boosts. Let's see. Ah, yeah! There is this. There's also this, which is pretty good. That's like a lower priority. Very nice. What did they... Oh, that's charge attacks. I don't need that. Attack power at full HP is pretty good. But also, like... Well, I should probably replace that. The FP consumption is like a good boost as well. Whoopsies. I'm showing up a little late. I'm showing up very late, actually. Sorry, y'all. I was checking the shop. Investigation at full HP. I don't think we really need that, to be honest. I wonder if they want to try and defeat the top boss or not. It might be a little too late. Okay. They seem to think it's too late. Which is, like, sensible. I don't disagree. It's definitely a bit of a risk. Like, we don't even really need to take the risk either, because, like... Oh, this is awesome. Wait a minute. Ow! Piece of shit. This guy, like, fuck off, please. I just want to get my item, man. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is kind of a good boost. And with that, we pretty much have everything we need, to be honest. I don't know how much time we'll have to actually kill this thing down on the bottom, but I think we could. I don't think we're out of time for it, per se. Ow. Jesus! They're jumping me. Okay, never mind. We'll just get here. It's probably too late. I'd have to assume. Yeah, it's a little too late. Oh, damn. Guys finding hella stuff. You go get it. Alright. Good man. Got early access to see a Jinx body pillow. That's crazy. Get some help. Oh. Hey. I'm liking this team. These people seem very chill. Need the pen from Men in Black? Yeah, we're gonna neuralize him. Alright. Yeah, I forgot there's constantly minions in this one. And this boss. Kind of annoying. You know what? I'm gonna ult too. Just for the fun of it. Hopefully I will avoid that. That attack is like very jank to dodge in Dark Souls 2, and I think it's still very jank to dodge here. Not a fan of that one. Of all the spiders I've ever seen, this is not my favorite. That's for sure. Speaking of which, I've been lasered again. Well, not lasered, I've been put in a web. I think it's about to wear off, though. Oh, hang on. You know what, I'm gonna actually use... I'm gonna use one of my, shards if I need to. Because I really don't like this boss. Please let me go. Oh my god, I'm surrounded. Okay. Come to think of it, like, the defeating enemies restores HP is coming in pretty good here. That's what all the red healing is. I almost forgot that that was a thing that I got. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Increase damage after crit. Yeah, now we can go kill this boss. We have enough time. Of the war cry. An amber medallion. I do quite like that. Oh. Yeah, he took it instead, which is fine. Need to get him off his high horse. He's running away! After him! Guards! Seize this man! Alright. Stance breaking is fine. I already have a better thing for that. Oh shit, I just realized, like, we have this area of the map. I actually do need to try and make haste here a little bit. Because ideally, we want to spend the entirety of day 2 in this location. Or like here, and then here, maybe? Ally showing location? Yeah. Like, we might have enough time to do, like, both of those. I think, like, the biggest concern isn't even necessarily, like, time for killing the bosses. It's getting, like, an extra charge. It's like, we're kind of not close to any of them. We would really like to be. But at this rate, it's seeming like that might not happen. I don't know. Oop. Swoops right in. Alright, let's see if we make the jump. Dude, I'm actually the best at this game. It's not even close. Our only problem is I am fighting in solar right now. It is kind of dangerous. Oh, hey, nice. Thank you for the attack boost. Oh, dude. Oh, God. Yeah, we do need to try and get rid of that ASAP. I kinda wish our other guy was, like, here helping us. Okay. Is getting dangerous. Ooh, man. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Insane bullshit. Bro. I swear I rolled. Oh my god, he went down there and he didn't even have the runes? Dude. Dude. He spent all that time and he doesn't have the runes. Okay. Well, in that case, we definitely have to skip the charge. Because there's no way we're gonna get there on time. I would recommend just, like... I don't know. I mean, I guess they all want to come get, like, the bonus from this dude. Sorry about the ads, by the way. That was kind of bad timing. I will pay the cost. Give me... It's like, no. How could you? Okay, you know what? That's actually good, though. That gives us the flask that we needed. Alright. Let's just start going this way. Silly. This is why I love queuing with random. Some people are just like, chill. There's something about like communicating in a Souls game that I find really funny. With like the gestures and stuff. Like, I don't know, I feel like the lack of voice chat does kind of add to the charm. Just like little things like that. Uh-oh. There we go. Get rid of them. Also, something I've realized is that I really do need to, like, redo... I really need to redo my Wilder build. The damage on this is really bad because it doesn't have the other relic that you need. Dude. This ant, like, stop. Thank you. Yeah, so like I should have the other Balancer Talisman on. But I don't. It's kind of a problem. Give me this. I don't think that'll help in the long run, but it'll help in the short run. Never mind, we're immediately getting the boost that nullifies that entire bonus. I didn't realize it was right here. It'd be like that. I will leave him with that. Technically, I could get rid of the FP restoration one, too. Okay. Damn, this Guardian's doing a lot of damage. Let's have some, like, insane guard counter boost or something. I did not realize you could get him to be this strong. None of these are good. Need that. I want to look at this guy's build. Improved guard counters. Guard counter is given a boost. Improved guard counters. Yeah, he just like stacked up guard counter damage then. Damn. Oh. Hey, ult you. I'm ulting you. Whoop. Okay. I still got hit by that somehow. Doggo. Get out of here. Dog's being a dick. Max? Ooh. I do kind of like that, but it's a bit risky. You know, given that this guy's a god counter build, might not be the worst for this. Yeah, it's just that, like, holy stuff is really not good against this guy. Fire and magic and, like, blunt damage are a lot better. Especially on my current build. It's kind of harmless. Don't really need that. We want to get as many extra runes as possible, because that's what the Libra buff gives you. Don't need that. Hopefully this will be something kind of easy. Okay, that counts. Like, this thing dies to holy. Yeah. There we go. So we missed one boss here, but that's not too bad. Okay, let me run. I didn't heal, hang on. One moment. I probably could have kept my, I probably could have stayed at, like, level 14 to get more from the Libra buff, but whatever. Who cares? We'll be fine. This is already a good run, so... like, we hardly need to, like, optimize this even further. We'll live. Oh, I'm healing. We're good. I'd like to keep some of my FP shards if I can. That's kind of why we're avoiding using weapon art. I can use a few though. Especially since I have the FP restoration on attacks. Should be Dancer. Yeah. Dancer time. Oh damn. Big leap. Thought you had me. You thought. There we go. I don't think we need this, because we already have a pretty big health bar, and, like, the maximum health damage negation, so I think we just go FP. Try to conserve as much of it as possible. Okay, I need to be careful not to, like, buy too much stuff. I think this is fine. And then we'll just let the rest be damage boost. Because, yeah, like, I think if I do this, I forgot where it is exactly, but it's, yeah, Demon's Plating enhances attack power depending on runes in possession, so you kind of don't want to use all of your runes, is the long and short of that. Ask for the damage negation. It does slightly boost that. Oop. It don't even matter. Matters a little bit, actually. Let me make sure I heal. That's like too sticky. There we go. Yay! Okay, a lot of boost there. That's good. Perfect. I would like to restore my FP. There we go. Oh. Sure, I adjust. Okay. Ooh, it came right for me. Ow. How dare you. Okay. Oh. Alright, he's targeting our Guardian, which is fine. Man, he keeps aggro switching on me. Rough. Almost died because of that. Did some crazy aggro switches here. I tried to do my ult, but it, like, wouldn't do it. What the hell? I'm trying to, like, jump and do it. Yay! Bravo! Bravo, everyone. Doing the egg. Nice. Very clean, fast run. Oh, my shoulder. I don't know if y'all heard that. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm like very... Oh my god, this is a really good relic, actually. Proof skill attack power, Evagale attack, and like Warfrost Stomp. Very good. Sorry, I have very crackly bones. I'm like skinny. Ugh. I do apologize for that. The weird thing is, like, some people hear, like, crackly bones and they think Like, damn, that must hurt. It honestly doesn't. Like, every time my shoulder pops like that, it doesn't really hurt, it just kind of makes a noise. Yeah, I'm fine. See something real quick. Okay, so we want Duchess for this. Well, kinda. I've been thinking about switching to Revenant for Draglord, because I've been really struggling to dodge Draglord as Duchess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go... I don't know where we're trying to go here. This is kind of an awkward layout. So everything is on kind of like the opposite side of the map to where we started. Can we just like take this? I don't know. Like that's not the worst idea. I think we just go here. Okay. Yeah, we're trying to get it down here, I suppose. You always want to kind of start with going to these invader spaces if you can. Which is why it's kind of awkward that it's on the other side of the map. We'll live though. Okay. So it forced us off. Could like very quickly go visit this church. Bro. Okay. I fucking hate these things. They will just kind of drive by you. Sometimes. I did try to dodge, I was just a little too late. I mean, that's a... Oh, that's a black knife. Dax, okay. Take it. Yeah, we want to get these dealt with. coming? Okay. Not getting here on my screen for a second. Okay, so we do have a hunter who is ranged. That's a little bit concerning. Okay. Whoop. What if we just, like, did this? Just, like, fuck him up a little bit. There we go. Okay. It's fine. Now this I'm a little more concerned about. The blood, I seem to recall being like kind of a harder one. I think it has the blood albinaurix in there, which is not ideal. Also, did I even bring the right build here? I think I did. Ooh. I mean, we could try. We'll try. I'm a little scared of this, though. This one could definitely go south. Like, I understand why they want to do it, though, because we're already here. It's just a bit risky. Okay, never mind. We're okay, apparently. I'm gonna throw a pot at you. How do you feel about that? Yeah, not very good, I bet. Ah, fuck. Damn it. My pod. Man, that swarm pot was actually, like, pretty effective. Let me do that again. Yeah! Good. Okay, noted. Swarm pots are very good for taking out invaders. I had no idea. So this is a Stone Sword key. Less likely to be targeted, I actually might take. Ah, but this is really good. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Mitigation at full HP. I'm gonna just get rid of this. Honestly. So we have blood tax now. Which is low-key a little bit better, in my opinion. Going back up to this extended shop. See what we got. Nothing too important except for this. Skill attack power. I don't think we need the skill FP cost. I got the wrong thing. My bad. That's kind of devastating, actually. Okay, well, it is what it is. I did not mean to get the tree favor. I meant to get the sword talisman. So we kind of just lost 20,000 runes with that. Oop. Okay. Bloodlust increase of attack power is actually pretty good. We'll give them this, I guess. Okay. Give me that. I don't think the Night Lord does physical damage, but I still like to do that for boss clearing purposes. Okay, I am stuck down here. Excuse me. Give me that. And get me the fuck out of here. Nice. Give me stamina. Oh, you already killed it. That's good. Means all I need to do is go up and get it. Okay, get out of here. Alright. So I just realized the problem with the damage negation at full HP. That's only gonna help for like the first couple of phases of the boss. It's because like he otherwise I'm gonna try and focus on buying the things here. Hang on. Oh shit, I really need that. I need to get the Grace first, and then I'll double back for it. I'm gonna have to drop this. And we double back for it. And hopefully we'll make it back in the ring in time. And not be harmless for this fight. Oh, fuck. Getting hit by the bears. Okay, so we didn't get the Death Knight, is the good news. Bad news is that they seem to be really struggling with the bears. Bro. Ow. I don't have any more flasks. I probably should have gotten some. Okay, well, I got, my health back a little bit. I'm not even completely sure how I did that, but... good, though. Okay. Oh, I guess it was with blood tax, right? Yeah. I forgot that that heals you. Blood tax is really strong for that. I already have plenty. Maybe we'll quickly do this. Right? Well, I mean, okay, it's gonna be a little hard. It's like there is this guy. If I tried this... oh, I'm dead. My bad. Okay. Okay, Abigail is that way. You know what? I could probably get rid of this for this. Yeah, because like that gives us a little more attack power. And I don't mind being targeted, considering I have the damage negation buffs. As it would turn out, having 80 damage negation is really good. Even though I don't think it even stacks like that, but, you know. One way or another, it's making me tanky enough to actually absorb hits. So, I don't mind. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Okay. Do we have time to do this boss even? Do we want to? Oh. I guess the answer is yes. No, fair point. This is kind of the ideal weapon art for this guy, at least. Okay. Ooh, skill attack power is nice. Get rid of that. That's gonna give us even less flask restoration though, which is a little scuffed, to say the least. We're not gonna be able to heal very well with this one. Okay. I don't really care. Okay, we have plenty of time, actually. We should be able to complete all of this, and maybe even this boss, and maybe even whatever boss is on, like, the other side, since I think there is one there also. Yeah, and of course the one that's, like, actually at this, like, spring. I don't think I can get this to drop off the edge. Which is unfortunate. Okay. Well, he'll just have to deal, I guess. He moved on too quickly, so I'll teach him. Okay. Okay, nice. Flask restoration is exactly what we want. Like, at this point, everything else is pretty good. All we want is flask restoration and affinity damage, if possible. Like, our defenses are fine. Like, our FP situation is fine. This run is really good. Oh. I don't need that. I already have too much, like, damage negation at full HP. That's like having skill attack power at this point. Okay, he's dead on this turnaround. Okay. If anyone would like. I don't need it, honestly. Oh. Upgrade that. That's my main weapon. I wonder what he's using. Oh, okay, he's just using his radar hammer. Damn. Like, I do wonder where they want to go next. It's like, we could go this way to, like, this encounter. There's one over there. I guess I want to go this way first. Okay. I'm fine with anything, so... Especially since at this point, like, we are more than equipped for the boss. Like, we're gonna slam dunk him. For a second I thought we might have been able to get, the, a Wending Grace. Unfortunately not. There we go. We care about what's over here. Okay, no, we don't. That's definitely too strong. No, we're not doing that. Y'all. It's a whole ass, like, red a draconic tree sentinel. We don't need to do it, we shouldn't do it, let's not do it. Okay. If I recall, this should either be Divine Lion or Artorias. See what we got. I'll take it. Thank you. I will just be constantly blasting, I guess. Okay, this is Dancing Lion, I think. I'm just sniping them all. Silly. We're too strong. Okay, I don't need that. Oh? Man. Really wanted that, huh? Interesting. I'm not really sure what the big idea is, though. Okay. Whoop. Damn, our Raider is getting destroyed. Like, hard targeting him. Poor guy. Just a big old punching bag. Giving him hell. Alright. Damn, he really didn't want his upgraded Raider axe. Surprising. He's just using full-on fist, I guess. Damn. I'm like kind of surprised, honestly. You know what? Just for that, I will drop him some... whatchamacallit? I'll drop him that if he wants. Up to him. Okay. Turns out the Raider wanted it. Or the Wilder, I mean. It's fine. Okay. This should hopefully be pretty clean, because, like... Even though our damage negation at full HP won't work at the end of the fight, like, it should work until then. Which means this should still be quite clean. Okay. Yeah, during these, like, rot rain phases, the damage negation won't work if we get rotted, so... Like, there's no way to really avoid getting rotted, except to just be out of the phase before you get rotted, so... Yeah, it's kinda iffy. Oh, whoops. Well, triple healing, I guess. I don't think it actually triples the rate. Maybe it does. This feels very efficient. Huh. I never knew that. The spinnies. Always love that. Whee! Thank you. Whoop. Get out of the way of that. I don't know who he's aiming at. Please stop putting these geysers onto me. You can avoid it. I'm gonna drink this. Survey says I should just drink a flask, but I'm gonna try and be a baller and not do that. Ow. Okay, I got punished for it. Of course. Oh, you can ult through that? I did not realize you could interrupt that in any way. Okay, I would have never guessed, to be honest. Okay. Very nice. Yay! Nice. Alright, pretty clean. Once again. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me... So you know what? There's gonna be an ad break soon, and I need to go to the bathroom anyway, so I'll be right back. When we come back, we will queue again. Sorry, I'm stretching. It's kind of weird noise. Okay, yeah, I'll be back soon. Okay, I am back, but it seems the ads haven't played yet. So, like, we still can't really queue? That's really odd. It must be waiting a while. So, I guess... Sorry about that. We'll have to just continue waiting. Okay, so that now. That's good. I'm gonna quickly respond to some Discord messages. Give me a second. Oh, sorry, I should probably mute. Bear with me. Okay, sorry, I am back from ads. I'll probably start queuing. I did just want to quickly respond to, like, a couple of Discord messages. So, that's all good. One moment. Just a little longer. Okay. Sorry, should be very quick. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Damn! Okay, so I think this guy's using the fucking nuclear bomb, skill build for this guy. Also, cool that we're on the DLC map. I don't know why I picked that up. Actually not bad though, so... I'll take it. I think unfortunately I've kind of screwed myself here. Oh, not quite. Hang on. Oh my fucking god, dude. I hate when that happens, when it thinks you're on solid ground and you're not on solid ground, and then you have to retake this. Okay. Whatever. So it seems they... Oh, no. For a second I thought they shattered a crystal there. But not quite. Now I need to look for crystals here. So... This is kind of the current phase, and that's why we're kind of split as well. I think that's one. We are kind of behind. Preferably like to have like 2 or 3 done at this point. There's not one there either, so... This is rough. Okay, well there's one down there. I'll get in a second. Whee! This is 2. Is that one under? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. It seems like the crystals all spawned like away from our spawn point. It is really annoying. That's extremely irritating. Now, here's the other problem. I don't know where it could be for this last one. Never mind. Apparently it was right there. Sorry, I was muted because I had to sneeze. I did not realize it could be right there. I especially didn't realize they just hadn't checked yet. Perfect. Really nothing of value here, if I'm being honest. And fuck off. I knew I should have fucking killed these guys. I fucking hate this game sometimes, man. Literally all I wanted was to just get my fucking useless talisman and get out. Everything's gotta be such an asshole, though. Oh, I'll get that. The eventual... Just for the eventual payoff, though. The spear's pretty alright. You know what? I kinda would like to get negation. Okay, we wanna go like here then. Oh, that actually, like, knocks them back. I should be using that more. Didn't even realize. Alright, I guess we're going this way then. Fair enough. And that leads us to the front then. Okay. I got knocked on your ass, idiot. And then get fucking stun locked, idiot. Right. What is this? I've decided that I do not care. Even though I probably should. Slight problem. This is not the ideal guy to be fighting. And then, like, we kind of just got bad RNG with the layout. Bruh. So there's another problem here. We're gonna be getting attacked by this guy. I don't think we want that. Oh, what? Oh, they were just killing that for the love of the game, I guess. Stabbing stuff? Indeed. Sorry, it took me a while to reply. Should probably just skip this. TBH. These guys are gnarly. We could go kill these things. Okay. For some reason now I is just missing in action. kind of forgot that that would completely kill him. Ooh. Golly. I just realized that this guy's name is kind of a big seal. That's peak. That's a really good name. I love that. Like, dude, he's just kind of a big seal. Amazing. That's annoying. Get me in there. Yes, sirree. I might need to drop this. TBH. Just got in there. I'll just come back and get this later. That's fine. Surely whatever this night boss says, it won't be too hard. Right? Right. Surely. Surely it'll be just something very easy, and then we won't have to worry anymore. Well, I fear it might not be something easy. I think this is Smelter Demon. You getting your ult fast? Yeah, it's because of, well, for one, I think part of it is the gimmick of this fight, but also I think part of it might be my setup? Hang on. Yeah, defeating enemies fills more of the art gauge, is it? It's a really good passive. Anything better? No. I guess I have double slash. No, I should probably just, like, two-hand this and just jump attack. Even though it's fire damage, we really need to, like, stagger this guy. Thankfully, we do have an executor. Like, he helps stagger. Also, I have my ult. Yeah, there we go. So whenever you stagger him, you get rid of his fire aura. So it's quite good. Well, at least somewhat. I think it like downgrades it a little bit. More accurately. It downgrades it, and it does, like, temporarily disable it. Yeah, like, for instance, now he just upgraded his aura. He's aura farming, even. But once we stagger him, he will lose all of his aura. Yeah, there we go. See? Lost his aura. Like, damn, what a fool. Aura loss. Okay. Now we can just focus on damage. Because he's dead. Or, like, very close to it. Give me this. I would like to not die. Not dying is pretty good. I think we're done with our greatsword officially at this point. For what it's worth. So... I am a little scared of this boss, still. So, this guy's fucked up, dude. Like, I still don't really have a good weapon on it to use. So next time he gains that frost aura, we need to like ult him. Or we could just do it right now, honestly. Okay, good. Very good. Now we can actually blood boon ritual, which is nice. I don't think I can though. Ow. The fucker. Okay, and then this guy has my runes. There we go. Thank you. It says fire attack power. I kinda like. Okay, I don't know how he just ignored my weapon art for the most part. That's crazy. I hate these DLC enemies, man. Like from the Elden Rings DLC, like the original game. I don't even know who else we still have left to kill, to be honest. May as well get that, I suppose. Okay. I think we still need to kill... whatever's over here. Oh shit. That's this guy too. I almost forgot. Oh. Ooh, Rivers of Blood. Okay, hang on. And then, if we go this way... There is another guy, I think. I hope they're following me. Okay, there we go. And I think... Yeah, that does drop another thing. I don't really know where the last boss would be, though. I think there's at least one more, because we haven't gotten the invasion yet. The variant, or whatever it's called. Yeah, strange. Whoop, I fucked up. Kinda. I think maybe the last boss is, like, down there. You'd have to, like, climb to him. That's fine, though. This map is annoying when doing the towers in the ring, spawning on the other side. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of why, in, like, high-level play, in Deep of Night and stuff, you typically kind of just avoid the towers. We're doing it the non-bush way, and avoiding both towers. As one could say. We aim for the castle instead. Watcha! Oh, fuck. I'm scared of that attack, because, like, that can jank you out sometimes. Even if you're well-positioned. Definitely trying to avoid having to use my... Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, skill attack power is really nice. Indeed, indeed. Hang on, let me drop this. To you. Okay. Like, go down, quickly kill this other god skin. We'll, like, go and fight the actual ones. Damn. Destroyed his ass. Ooh, disturbance in the height. Okay. That's nice, but we could still go down here. Okay. Crazy. We decimated them. Holy shit. I would like this, I think. Hard. Hard choice. Now, we want to go here, but I'm not actually sure how to be honest. Oh, it's just up this way, I guess. Okay. Let me make sure I get as many of these as possible as well. Just got resistance. Wait, hang on. That's the wrong way. Sorry guys, we need to go this way. I'm so sorry. I misled you. The last part too is like, this is a pretty hard one. Okay. Good. Then if they want, they can go get that. I'm not going to, personally. I think I need this over that. Technically, this increases my damage a bit more, so I guess I'll take it. Already at highest level. Fuck. Well, I'm not gonna make it into the ring with much health, but other than that, we will be fine. Okay. Yippee. Alright, that was a very solid, like, looting phase. Especially for me, kind of, like, leading it somewhat. I'm actually pretty proud of that. I feel like I finally learned how to, like, properly do this map. Like, at like, the two corner things. Okay. There is an invisible thing blocking my path. Okay. We have plenty of FP, so we can just, like, blast all of them. Much as we want. Ow. Careful not to die, though. Okay. Good. Ow. Let's maybe not throw. And, like, that's... For the record, that comment is directed at me as well. I should have just revived the guy. My bad. Okay, Wending Grace is perfect. Like, we absolutely want that. And, like, we'll even keep it, too, because, like, Wilder is pretty good for reviving. And even though I probably have died the most in this group, it's usually to bullshit. I should be pretty okay here. I feel like this is fine. I'm happy with my current setup. A little bit of healing, plenty of FP. Wending Grace. And really good damage too. Got like 2 like attack power debuffs. Actually 3 including the affinity buff. It's like a lot of pretty good stuff. Above all else, I'm like very survivable as well. I have less likely to be targeted. Got like the damage negation at full HP. Especially for Everdark as this is. Like, I've seen from a previous run that like less likely to be targeted in this fight is really overpowered. Okay, make sure I have stamina. I have to be kind of careful about my stamina in this fight. I find that often in this fight, I like blur all of my stamina doing the Rivers of Blood. And then leave myself like no stamina to dodge with. That is like the most often way, the most common way I get hit in this fight. Okay. Take 1 shard. Very clean. I don't think I got hit in that first phase at all. I'm gonna make sure I'm topped up on FP for this guy. Okay. Actually managing my stamina quite well here. Ideal. Okay. Okay, and then this is where we just leave. Best way to avoid this attack is to just get the fuck out of there. You do not want to deal with all this bullshit. Simply wait for it to end and then come back. You'll be fine. Uh-oh. He decided to do his attack anyway. Oh, let's go to the head, probably. You know, where, like, he'll actually be. There we go. Easy. Damn, I think that was an actual no hit, right? Yeah, because, like, I didn't use any of my... Yeah! Good job. Good job, fellas. I didn't use any of my, my stones or... or my flask, so I think that was a no hit. Dead ass. Very good. Very, very good. That was so clean. Like, actual no hit. Yeah, like, I'm really trying to think if there was a single time there that I got hit or damaged. I don't think I did. Unless there was maybe, like, a time that I got, like, the balances trigger? I don't remember. I think that was no hit, which was pretty cool, if so. If I do say so myself. This is not too bad of a relic, I'll keep it. Acquisition for self and allies. Really good. Damn. Well, with that said, I do apologize for leaving the stream slightly short, by about like 10-ish minutes, but yeah, I am gonna head out. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. It was a fun time, as usual. Did a little bit of game dev, did a little bit of nightreign. It seems to be kind of my bread and butter combo at this point. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, okay. I wanted to check my Discord pings. It turns out it was the Waddle bot. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off and then do Waddle and then probably get lunch. Anyway.
Nope.
Is Raz washed? No. That is correct. I am unwashed and smelly as always. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. I don't know if there's anyone around to raid, per se. Hang on. There is kinda. I see that Kinok is online. I haven't raided her in a little bit. Well, I also don't really raid people much in general, but, you know, we may as well. It seems like she might be about to do, like, Resident Evil. I don't know. One way or another, we will go toss a quick raid. Kinook. VT. Hopefully she's not about to end, I'm not sure. Oh, also she's 18 plus, so beware. If you are not 18 or older, get out. Scram. Yeah, otherwise, go give Kinook a raid. I will drop the raid messages. In case you would like to put those in our chat as well. But otherwise, I should be back in another 2 days or so. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Go give Kinook a raid. Bye-bye. Oh, also, sorry, very quickly before I go. Tomorrow is Jinx's birthday, so go wish her a happy birthday, okay? Shoutouts to Jinx. Let me quickly do that, actually. Yeah. She'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what exactly she's streaming. She just says game, so I don't know if that means, like, community games or not. If so, maybe I will be over there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. Either way, go raid Kinook. Have a good one. That's it from me. Adios. Bye-bye. Peace. How do I... Oh god. Okay, it's gonna auto raid, actually.